So may I know what is this SSD? Did you study it in school?
Yeah, some parts of it.
Okay. Any idea about SSD so far?
I think I know the CPU, it's like the main part tells
Okay.
the yeah.
Okay. So SSD is actually a hard disk, a type of hard disk that is actually faster than the usual hard disks, and it have a read-write information which is 200 to 500 megabytes per second, and it is a very lightweight hard disk. So this is just yeah, to give us an idea about what's happening. So this is a typical old type of hard disk. It contains mechanical parts, and its access read-write speed ranges from 80 to 200. The previous one, which is an SSD, is a very lightweight because it doesn't have any mechanical parts. This kind of hard disk, if it falls on the ground, it is gone. It is damaged. It cannot be used. Why? There is any idea? Did you ever study about it or even hear about it?
Yeah, I've heard about it. Because it's scratch and it runs on like I don't know, I forgot.
Okay, so actually this reading head, this is a reading head that that reads the information from the platter. So the platter here is actually a place to store information by digitizing it. And this is a reading head. The distance between the reading head and the platter itself, the rotating platter, if you want to compare this distance, this is a human hair. So if a human hair are put on top of the platter, it would look so big like that. A fingerprint, if you touch you put your finger on the platter, it would look like that. So you see now the distance between the head and the platter is very, very small. So it means that if the head, if the hard disk falls, it means that the head will start scratching the platter. So that will totally damage it. And that's why we said that, yeah, so this is the head that is reading, and the distance between it and the platter itself, this is the platter where we store the data. It's very thin, okay? So let me move to the next here. Okay, this is actually interesting for us because if you don't understand it, sometimes in programming, maybe it's not so easy. Let me understand. This is a RAM, okay? And inside the RAM, did you understand that every location in the RAM or the memory have an address? Did you ever hear about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have two things in the RAM. We have a place to store the data, and we have an address. And so imagine that all our houses in Malaysia, we have addresses for it. So imagine if we have a house without an address, how can we ever reach it or even send a parcel to it? It's very hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so again, we have numbering for every address in the memory. So that is how we are able to reach it, by calling this address and maybe writing information or writing data or even recalling that data. Okay, so far, is that clear or difficult?
Yeah.
Okay, did you hear about it before? Did you study it before?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, let us move to something that is, let me move to here. Okay. Yeah. So I would like you to imagine, you took pseudocode, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I ask you, I would like to actually write a program in pseudocode to create a new password that consists of 3 numbers by generating 3 random numbers and then concatenating them together. First of all, before we look into more details, let's have a look at the most important points here. Did you ever hear about random numbers before? How you generate random numbers?
How would I what?
Generate random
Oh.
numbers. You didn't take
Randint.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. So you know that you are able to use randint or even
Yeah.
random.random, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, what did you so you take rand int, am I right? And you pass it two values like that. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's good. So, may I know if I write rand int like that, I will be generating numbers between 0 to 9. Am I right?
Mm.
Okay, that's good. So if I tell you that I need to generate a password that is 396, for example. So my password, the new password I want to generate looks like this. So it contains 3 digits. I want these 3 digits to be generated randomly. So it means I need to use randint to generate that numbers. And then I need, so typically this randint generates how many digits at a certain time?
1.
Okay, good. So if I want to have 3 digits, so here 1, 2nd, and 3rd, I need a way to generate random numbers, 3 of them, and then add them together. So I generated the 3 first. After this, I generate the 9. After this, I generate the last digit. And then I need to put them together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you know what the mean concatenation? Did you hear about it before?
Does it mean adding them together?
Yes, but not in
Or
an
like putting them together?
putting them together, but not adding them, because we don't want to treat the password as if it is an arithmetic operation. So we need to do, yes, so plus we can use it, but we cannot use it if the numbers is integers. We have to make sure that the number is actually a string before we start to use the plus in between them to make the numbers be treated as a string like that. So, okay, good. And then do you think we need to use a loop actually in this process?
You can.
Okay. So I mean, if I don't use a loop, it means that I will be calling that for 3 times, randint for 3 times to generate numbers for me. So if I use a loop, maybe I will use it less number of times. What do you think?
Yeah.
So, okay. Do you think we are able to write? So if I take you now to Replit, will you be able to guide me how to write that? In the normal classes, typically you write on your own hand, and this technique is actually called active learning, and this is the most effective thing that I have seen ever with students, and it is a well-known technique in neuroscience. So let me, please give me a second. I'm opening the Replit with you. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, you are able to see my Replit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now tell me what to write to be able to try to solve this problem. Would you like me to send you the problem, or would you like to have a look at as exercise again, or should we start writing from here?
Yeah, what's the question?
So the question was that we would like actually to, I mean, the exercise was talking about generating 3 digits. So would you like me to send you the exercise itself, the text of the exercise on WhatsApp, so that you have a look when we are writing, or you already know it?
Know the question?
Yes, I mean the exercise.
I don't have the exercise.
Okay, so I mean, okay, let me put you again. So this is the exercise.
Okay.
Okay, so the exercise is talking about writing a code here that create a new password, 3 numbers, using random numbers and concatenating them together. So the exercise saying you should use a loop. So is that clear to you, or I need to send that to you? Okay, clear. Okay, then we can go to, okay. So now should I do I need to use import like that or no need?
Import random.
Excellent, excellent. That's good. Okay. What else I need to write?
Number equals
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
random randint.
Okay. Randint.
Randint bracket
Okay.
1,
Okay.
1, 2, 10.
Okay.
1,
That's good.
10.
Yeah. Good. Okay. What should I do now?
And then can do another one. Oh wait. You can either repeat this step again.
Okay. Yeah. Like that. So I say maybe number one,
No, you can
number
another
two.
name. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Okay. So we are able to create 3 numbers in this way. Okay. So what can we do?
And then print.
Okay.
Number bracket number
Okay.
1 plus number 2 plus number 3.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. Okay. Okay, number 2. Okay, plus number 3. Okay, so let's run and see what could be the possible result. Is that what you're looking for? 8?
No.
So
well, okay, I think it's comma.
Okay, you want to put comma like that?
Yeah, for both.
Okay. Aha, interesting. So we have spaces in between, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, how to get rid of these spaces? Any idea?
So pardon what?
I mean, so you, if you can see here, there's a spaces here, right?
Yeah.
How can we get rid of that? Any idea?
Just get rid of it in the text within the brackets.
Here, like that? Like that?
No.
Huh. So it will not.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, we didn't use a loop. Your solution is acceptable from a junior programmer. But if we want to actually solve and prepare ourselves for the IGCSE, because they will be using
I in range.
Yes. Okay, tell me what to do for I in range. Okay. Yeah.
3 bracket 3.
Okay. Yeah. What else? Should
and
I
print?
Okay, print, just print only like that?
No, print. We can print random numbers. Print numbers. But
So,
you need to change name. You need to change the name for the one on top.
okay. So,
can you
okay.
change the one on top to
So,
numbers?
okay.
Changed.
Can you tell me first what do you want to do inside the for loop first? What is the purpose of the for loop?
So they can repeat this step 3 times.
Excellent. Okay. So if I say num like that,
Yeah.
and then I put like that here.
Yeah, that will work.
Okay, excellent. So now we have one number that will keep repeating, right? So if I put print num, okay, and then I would say, do you think that will work? Actually, oops. Can I run like that? What do you think? Is that correct? 481 like that?
No.
Okay. So, okay. What do you think creating something like that will actually help? Creating a new variable that's called password will help? Do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. So every time I loop, I'm creating a single digit. I am storing that single digit inside num. So now password is a string, am I right? But num is actually an integer. how can I convert num to a string?
str.
Excellent. So if I add str here, so it means now that the number, this num is actually containing a string. So how can I add num and start storing every num I create inside the password? Can you tell me how to do that? Because if I did not save, every time I run, I am overwriting the previous number that was stored in num. So I need a way, every time I run, I need to store the number that I generated inside the variable that's called password. Why I need to do that? Because every time you run, you overwrite. So the first time you generated 4, and this 4 is stored inside num, inside the memory. But then once you loop again, the second time when I equals 0, you actually have the num equal 4. When I equal 1, you will generate from what we see here, you will generate another number is called 8. So we will overwrite the content of num, which is 4. So 4 will not be stored. We need to find a permanent way to actually store 4. So that's why we created a new variable that's called password. So I want you to tell me a way that every time I put a number inside num, I store it inside the password so I can retain it when I increase the I like that. Every time I run the loop, I equal 0, I equal 1, I equal 2, I generate a new number. So last here, as you can see, we generated 1. I need to store all these inside a new variable that is not overwritten by this. Any idea?
Maybe you could define it first.
Okay, how can I define?
Define def. I don't think you need to do this though.
No,
Wait.
we don't need to do def. Def is
Yeah.
for defining functions
Yeah, you
and
don't need to do
procedures.
this.
Okay, let me. Okay, did you ever took this concept before?
Yeah.
Have you seen it before?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, what if I just even remove that password? Did you ever take this before? Plus equal.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I do that, and then I come here, and then I try to print password. So let us have a look how this will look like. So I generated 8 and 1 and 7. And then because I add them together inside the password every time I generate a number, I add it to the content of the password. So I keep it, I retain it. Okay. So that's why at the end, when I try to print password, that was printed here for me.
Yeah.
So does this make sense to you?
Yeah.
Is it clear how we did it?
Yeah.
Okay. So actually we have less than 1 minute remaining in the demo class.